Hello everyone, Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales. Just thought I would have a bit of a play around with some of our new items that are going to go live on the 1st of September, which we only have about a week and a half left. So I thought now I'll start tempting everybody with what's available in our new catalogue. I'm not allowed to show you inside, but I am allowed to show you the outside. So this is our holiday catalogue. It goes live on the 1st of September this year, 2017. And it's got some great, lovely new items in it. Today I'm going to have a bit of a play around with the Snowflake sentiments. Now I don't really have anything in mind. I just got the two items out and thought I'll just have a bit of a play around. So it's a lovely stamp set, has some beautiful sentiments for the outside of your card as well as the inside of your card. So I thought I might do the Night of Navy and Silver and do some silver embossing and things as well. So bear with me because I actually don't really have a plan in mind. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of Night of Navy cardstock. This cardstock is cut at 5 7/8 of an inch by 8 1/4 of an inch. Now this is the base for our card, so I'm going to fold that in half. Okay, now we have some lovely thinlits here, some nice snowflake thinlits and a lovely edge thinlet as well. So what I thought I would do, and this is the first time I've used it, so bear with me while I get it off the sticky backing. Okay, I'm going to use that one, and I'm also going to use the edge thinlet as well, because I'm thinking I'm going to make an edge of my card like so, and then I'm going to top it with a really nice silver bit going down there. Okay, so I just want to run this through the Big Shot machine to just cut my beautiful decorative edge on my card. So I'll just bring in the Big Shot machine. Okay, I'll leave it that way so you can see. Okay, so my plan is I want to cut down that side there. So I have my thin die adapter. So I have my base plate, I have my thin die adapter, and I also have a cutting plate on there. I'm actually going to sit it around that way so that we make sure it doesn't move. Okay, so I'm going to place my thinlet on there, place my cutting pad on top carefully, and then run that through the machine. Now I'm actually going to run it through a couple of times to make sure I get that edge to cut really nicely. Okay. Oh wow, look at that. How gorgeous is that? Absolutely stunning. Okay, that's a lovely edge. All right, now I'm going to use, I'll pop that out of the way, I'm going to use my my die brush just so we can pop out the little dots in that. As you can see, there's some dots there that haven't come out. And if we can't get them out with the die brush, it's not hard. We'll just use a pokey tool just to get the remainder of them out. That's lovely. I didn't realise how pretty that was going to be. Oh, well, I did. I mean, when I purchased the thinlet set, I had great ideas of using that. That's lovely. Okay, now I want to run through some of our silver foil card. I'm going to bring the Big Shot in again. Okay. Same thing again. We're going to have our thin die adapter, our base plate, our cutting pad. I'm going to pop the silver foil on this way. So what I thought I would do is I'm going to run this through first, and then I will use the edge bit. Okay. Now I'm going to see how much success I have this, because I probably should be using my precision base plate. But I'm going to run it through a couple of times because it's a very intricate die. Okay, we'll see how well that came out. Now the idea is you turn it over. Yep, it's cut through beautifully. Okay, so we have no problem with that. I'll just pop that out of the way again. I'll bring in my die brush again. This die brush is great for getting bits and pieces out. Wow. That's gorgeous. And look at what that's going to look like on there. How stunning is that? Okay. Well, this is actually coming together quite nice. Okay, so I think what I might do is I might just cut down, I'm going to cut that piece off for a start. Okay. That and that. Okay, so I'm going to cut probably about 1/4 of an inch off this side, so it will fit nicely on my card, like so. Very nice. And I'm going to put some of our white and silver ribbon, the silver edged ribbon that we have, which is this. I'm going to do that, yes, down there. Okay. Yeah, very nice. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to just pop a tag on the front, I think, just to stamp a sentiment. So on the back of this, I'm going to pop a little bit of fast fuse just to adhere our ribbon in place. Now, if you've never put ribbon on anything before, this is how I cheat. I only ever cut a little bit to go over the edge. Do I want to put it in the middle? No, I think I'm going to do it off to one side. Okay, so little bit of fast fuse on the back, line it up. So it's just a case of getting it straight, and then you stick it over onto the fast fuse. Okay. That's turning out very nice. Okay, so I'm going to layer that up. I'm just going to pop some Tombow on the back there. Probably what would have been good for this, instead of having to worry about putting Tombow on the fine pieces, I probably would have used my Sizzix adhesive sheets on the back, so that this all would just stick down. So I didn't have to worry about trying to put little fine dobs of glue on the back. But this is just jumping in and having a bit of a play without having a plan. So, okay. I'm going to turn that over and line it up on the front. Okay. And just pop it down where I've got the little bits of glue on the other side. Till my glue takes hold. Very good. That's looking beautiful already, isn't it? How quick and easy was that? Okay, I'm just going to, on the inside, I think I'll place just a white bit of cardstock, if I can find one already cut. I don't think I have any cut. No. Just grab a bit of white cardstock and cut a layer for the inside there. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this piece 5 7/8. And I'm going to cut it, sorry, 5 5/8, I need that. And then I'm going to cut it at 3 7/8, and that's going to give me a really nice layer for inside. 3 7/8. And then that's going to show behind here, so that's going to show up our edge a lot more as well. Okay. So now I want to bring in our stamp set and work out what we're going to do. Now I have the new, hopefully it's going to fit one of these stamps. I have the new label here, which is our new punch. This one is also available in our new set. I'm just going to check out and make sure that this stamp actually will fit on the label. Will just fit on the label. Okay, so we're going to do that. So I'm going to say Merry Christmas from our family to yours. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that, I think, in Night of Navy. Sorry, my desk is in a mess here. I've mounted up onto my clear block. Grab my Night of Navy. And on a white bit of cardstock, I'm going to stamp that. I'm going to stamp off because I haven't used this stamp before, so I'm going to just stamp off. Make sure it stamps nice. Okay, now be careful not to rock your stamps because there I got an edge, so I'm going to be careful not to rock it. Hold it down for a while until your ink takes hold on your cardstock and lift up. That's stamped very nice. Now that was using our Night of Navy. Now I'm going to cut that out with my label punch. Now with punches, you always turn them over upside down so you can see the cutting area, so you can place it exactly where you need to place it to cut out your label. That fits just nicely. Okay, I'm going to show you another trick of how you can layer up labels, even though this is not the right, it's still the same size. I'll show you a little trick of how you can get away with it. Okay, that. So I'm going to cut out 2 of those. Okay. Now, okay, so I'm just going to stick them together that it ends up giving us 2 pieces, and then our label will cover where we've popped it, and it's going to give us a really nice label on the front. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little bit of Tombow on the back. I'm going to line that up that we end up just with, as you can see, the 2 scalloped ends, and stick that together. And I'm actually going to pop this up on some dimensionals if I can find them on my desk. Just bear with me for a minute. There's some there. Okay. 1, 2. Now, as you can see, this card has come together quite quickly, and it would come together even more quickly if I was actually organised and prepared and had a plan in my mind, but I'm just winging it and going with the flow as I go along. Okay, so I lined that up then with the scallop in the middle of the 2 scallops. So there you are, you have a lovely, beautiful label. I'm actually going to stick that there. And I'm going to pop it up on some dimensionals as well, just to add a bit of interest to the front of the card. Now please don't waste your dimensionals. There's still way more dimensionals that you can use here on that sheet. A lot of people throw that away thinking that it's finished, but there's so much more that you can use. So we'll peel the back off that. And we'll pop that on there. So there you have the front of the card. Absolutely stunning, that. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're just going to stamp some sentiments on our piece inside. So on the front we've put Merry Christmas from our family to yours. We might do wishing you a season of joy and a season of cheer, but most of all a wonderful year. That sounds wonderful. So we're going to mount that up onto a block. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stamp off with this stamp because I haven't used it before. It's brand new. I always tend to do that so I can see that it's going to stamp nice. Stamp it off a couple of times. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that in the middle. And then I think I'm going to stamp just a few snowflakes around the place. And I'm actually going to do that in our Smokey Slate, so it looks quite silvery and snowish. Okay, so we have 2 different snowflakes. Now with this you'll need to have a bit of scrap paper underneath so you can stamp off. Put that away so I don't get it all over me. So now I've got our Smokey Slate. Once again, I'm going to stamp off because I haven't used it before. So I'm really just stamping around like so, just to give it a little bit of interest. I think actually that's quite nice. I think that's as much as I'm going to do. It's always nice to have space for people to be able to write. I'm going to see what it looks like when I stick it in, how my snowflakes look with that border. Okay, so using some Tombow, going to line it up so I can get that wiggle room, that I can get it lined up really nice and get a nice even border all the way around, like so. That's very nice. Well, there you go. Now that is using our new stamp set that will be available on the 1st of September, called Snowflake Sentiments, and our thinlits that are called Swirly Snowflake Thinlits. Now that's available, as I said, from the 1st of September. It will go on sale. Please feel free, if you're interested in any of the items that I have used today and you would like to order, please feel free to jump onto my online store, and they're all available on my website. Okay, so thank you all for watching today. I was just trying to get the thinlits back in here so you could see what we had, and the edgelet thinlet that I've missed. Oh, there it is. There's also another thinlet there too, like a nice little edged dotted border that you could use a bit like a stitching mark around edges of layers of your cardstock. Lots of little snowflakes, so much more that you could do with this, but even just that's a stunning card. I know people are like, oh, we don't have snowflakes in our area, and we're from Australia and we don't have snow, but I still, at Christmas time, I still think of snowmen and snowflakes, and so I'm sorry, maybe I'm not a true blue Aussie, but yes, I still don't mind the snowflakes. So thank you all for watching, and as I said, feel free, if you wanted to purchase any of these items, to go to my online store. Thanks a lot once again. Your Stamping Up demonstrator, Donna Gray, from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales. Happy crafting, everybody.